Papa we ya who the picture on the screens no. Your friend Charles Cromwell, Nana Benyin, Unya Wonto Bissue. But he's popularly known in this country as Charles Bissue. You recall some years ago, Anas Armeyao Anas a investigation be into the gold scandal, gold scandal, Papa we ABPMU, and ultimately Akufo-Addo terminating the contract. We have all of those files here. We'll be showing it as we go along. But then this is what is really happening. Papai Abeken Sem say, Mahama Abanya omu prosecuting or no, he's happy. For those of you who don't know Charles Bissue, he is now with the Canadian Japan campaign. Most of the stories here and Eba and life is centered around Canadian Japan. You understand where we are getting to. Charles Bissue is now with the Canadian Japan campaign. You will play video out later. But then our patch said Team Oral any John Dramani Mahama on so who take say ombe prosecuting no because obe fan huidi. He will go scot free. Adanya, he's always been innocent. We don't know if this has to do with something. Attorney General, your friend is what do you call it? Plea bargain. Okay, ya chose 7 years 100 million. Because the idea is that the Okotun Savan prisons are obey the burden on the state. Obey state never bon hoka. Japadian Kwan returning to return bia. Now, let us put this on the screen. He said this since we have a screenshot of what he said on Ghana Web. Enlarging yen reading. Or see, I'm happy to be prosecuted under an NDC government. Charles Bissue. Charles Bissue, Director of Operations for the Kennedy Japan presidential campaign, has expressed satisfaction that the corruption allegations against him are now before the courts. So now this Charles Bissue is saying, he said, remember I said this same Charles Bissue, during Akufo-Addo's time he was saying that the state was against him. On one party members and some people were against him. Now he's saying, oh, I like it that Mahama prosecutes. Why? Is it because he knows that the ultimate goal will be acquittal and that he wouldn't be jailed? That is a big question. He described the move as the most appropriate course of action, particularly after what he says were unfair attacks and accusations. So he says all those things that happened here in the Akufo-Addo time, some people who were envious of him and they laid down these kind of things. So and now Mahama abani de Mahama ebeden obehunsen ho so obebunukunfo hunsen ho so. Bisu noted that he is relieved the matter has finally reached the court, especially after facing criticism of some members of his own political party. So the NPP people, according to him, they betrayed him, and some people were orchestrated this particular attack. Nana obifufo abeso mu ne de case don't die and a case about to die. He remains optimistic about being exonerated, insisting he has not engaged in any wrongdoing. So now Charles Bissue is telling us say the akwada Mahama court ni nim no ade ba akope outcome ba akope na beba ye be setting free na obi ehun say ono na onam wo no ho eson yento aso ha. In April, the Office of the Special Prosecutor filed criminal charges against Bisu, a former presidential staffer and secretary to the now defunct Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining. He faces multiple counts of corruption and abuse of public funds for personal gain. So, April year, one of the people Office of the Special Prosecutor, Odibe just said he's tackling them. Charles Bissue. Now, Charles Bissue was tackled before. Okay, so Osha wanted by OSP. This was 3 years ago, 2023. 2 years ago, 2023. But then April, Mahama Eba Sui, OSP Kisie Jabe, he brought out another one saying that this man is under investigation. Now, let us try and put this on the screen for you to know what OSP is saying. So, this is what the Office of the Special Prosecutor actually posted on an official Twitter page. So, as you can see, or say, court refuses passport release for Charles Bissue. Mr. Oshe date that was here no. Or see, 12 May 2025. So, April, May. And it's another Ghana Web Air Casa. So, just this year, a few months ago, Charles Bissue went to court to get his passport and OSP said no. So OSP Etras said court refuses passport release for Charles Bissue. The High Court has refused to release the passport of Charles Bissue, the first accused person seeking to travel to the UK and US. The court said his application lacked merit, noting this ticket was brought after filing and his school admission was provisional. Adjourned case 29th of May 2025. So all of a sudden, OSP buyer or CCC are not investigating papa way because then in Akufo-Addo's time, na you trying to 90, no to me investigation here. It's mama buyer now or CCC investigation saying BM, we will investigate Charles Bissue and Charles Bissue echo course. When you admission to go and study masters or whatever, or call UK US, and a court said they be. Now, yen to so with the Ghana web article, no. Or say the OSP alleges that Mr. Bissue accepted 35,000 cedis bribe from one Benjamin Ejapon to fast-track the renewal of an expired mining license for ORR Resources Limited by passing standard IMCIM procedures. Inti Bonia Charles Bissue a year in that analysis position is a bribe. If you be what say, the minister and CEO, your mouse kawi, yes, your lines, your mining license and some kind, no bit may be for 1 mile. And OSP them and kisi jabi edge. In fact, I think so we have to play the video for you to small one essay for you to see exactly what really went on. So says cannot JN together with other multiple forms of corruption. And no NSC and OSP then agent so they are charging. But then but then Charles Bissue is saying something else. But then for more I'm gonna share this particular short video, no video back here to us. So that was a Charles Bissue. As you can see him busily taking the money near their ninano or say a setup for the artists. A camera will be an as be exposed in the piano who could play in Japan camp. No problem because see only in Japan age, no problem. Or say the OSP alleges Bissue accepted a 35,000 CD bribe from one Benjamin in Japan to fast track the renewal of an expired mining license for ORR Resources Limited by passing standard IMCIM procedures. Responding to public concerns about his freedom, Bissue said, I have no problem to worry over why I'm walking around and not. I say I have no problem with the calls. Sorry, I'm taking you. I say responding to the public concerns about his freedom, Bissue said, I have no problem with the calls for my arrest. Mustafa Bande, a presidential staffer, has expressed worry over why I'm walking around and not arrested. This is an opinion he has expressed. He has the right to say what he said, but it may have been based on assumptions without fact. As a Ghanaian citizen, he has the right to comment. But the truth of the matter is that we have state institutions responsible for handling such issues. So, Kamya say the NDC and the NPP party members, they know say the constitution it has a loophole. For example, I remember an example. Meaning say me chitu and I'm a fireboy and I'm sure between na nipa ni wu e be che me. You be charge me to first degree murder, make them for life or in some instance grant a death sentence. But then if I deliberately want to do that, I can start showing signs, say my bottom. All I need to do is go to Pantine. Say I feel like the world is moving fast, I see dead people. And the doctor will say, based on what he's seen, and I say my make based on his observation, my bottom. And then to me call her 1, 2, 3. Please, it's not making for education purposes. Don't go and do that. Me call 1, 2, 3. Now, Dr. Anika says, okay, based on the air course with Nanano, we can diagnose him, say he has a mental issue. No problem. Now, they start taking me to therapy. Matthias here. After the next 1 month, my fair work shoe between the mekuno. Ya the make quarter, me say me no, ya diagnosing me say, my junior papa. Why? Because say me, if I did it intentionally, I know say there's a loophole in the constitution. Say once obia bodama na adwenye papa no or records HS nipa na adwemu nye no or committed den bone or you free because the person did not act based on his or her own conscience. So basically what Charles Bissue air patch say you bet me who say okay send a video no I use or diska, but then it has to go through courts. We need evidence. Yeah, this kind of man and apart from Anas who was there. So the loopholes are a lot at the end of the day. No, even if he was caught red-handed with his money, his fame, his power, he can walk free. So, but Bisu further revealed that he has been under investigation for nearly 8 years by multiple agencies, including the Criminal Investigative Department (CID), the Bureau of National Investigation (BNI), and the OSP. According to him, the police had previously cleared him of all wrongdoing. I've also decided to avail myself to any probe by any institution, he stated. So now Charles Bissue is saying, say, say, Yenjeli no, OSP, SC will announce investigation, could see who, formerly BNI, now NIB, Oma announce investigation, could see who, Office of the Special Prosecutor, Oma announce, could see who, Sisi akwa the Ghana Police, Oma announce, I say, oh, Charles Bissue, case ne against you, she ni ho, ko. Or say, I'm even happy I'm being prosecuted under NDC, National Democratic Congress government, because I did not want the matter decided under the NPP or the New Patriotic Party, where people will claim I influenced the outcome. I'm hopeful that once the case is over and I'm exonerated, people will acknowledge and accept the outcome. No, Mama say Mahama should prosecute him. Mama prosecuting us so nyake. Debut. Mahama is prosecuting her. Mahama is not going to get anything. What is Mahama going to get? Nothing. Because police for crack clear no. And when say omunya hute. Mobile investigating enkwesi who. Now, you better also with that. But then let's also put this on the screens. Because Akufo-Addo did something during the previous administration where information about said Charles Bissue was engaged in all of these scandals. No? Akufo-Addo actually sacked him. HA and a DCSO oral signed and arrested him. Shall I say? Or say, President Akufo-Addo terminates appointment of Charles Edu Boahen. Okay. Basically, Galamsey issue by and Akufo-Addo trust. The President of the Republic of Ghana, Akufo-Addo, has terminated appointment of Minister of State and Ministry of Finance, Mr. Charles Edu Boahen, with immediate effect after being made aware of the allegations leveled against him, against the minister in the expose Galamsey economy. The president spoke to Mr. Edu Boahen, after which he took the decision to terminate appointment and also to refer the matter to the special prosecutor for further investigations. And on the president appointed him since 2017. So, President John Dramani Mahama even sacked him. President Akufo-Addo sacked him. But ultimately, the cases, and go see who. And Charles Bissue, all these cases against him, it was witch hunts. So, on one call for more time. Earlier this year, as you can see on the screens, Charles Bissue granted bail, 200,000 bail over illegal mining allegation. So OSP, Tuesday, May 2025. So OSP arrested him, and then they left him, and then court sell passport almost more farmer. And now this man is saying, say, Obia Enyahe. Recall, this same man is now with the Kenya Japan campaign. Personally, I don't have any issue with Kenya Japan. But Kamia Kweso Bia wafa nas in Simbia no Ojane Kotwa eye Kennedy Japan. Regardless, Charles Bissue recently or the Simbia Babe Tuja. Ane waken sem bebre yenhwe video we ye babaka ye betwa so of what yenhwe exactly what Charles Bissue is once again talking about.
People said, we knew that there was some coercion, people were actually cowed into submission and all that. And so this time, we know that the playing field should be leveled. We as a party, NPP, we've always actually led the electoral reforms for this country. When we started from the pink ballot box to the transparent and then the PDD and all that. So we did as if you're going for an elections, we need to actually show that. therefore, our candidate, Kennedy Ohene Japan, who has been involved in our politics for the past over 30 years, suggested with his team that we come up with this anti-Reagan team, so that everything from the album, auditing of the album, whatever is happening, registration of old officers, making sure that everybody is included in the electoral roll of the party. It is not just for him, it is for the party as well, because if we recognize all these people and ensure that the data is well collected, the essence of having polling station officers or party officers is that in the campaign they should be doing the legwork, and so we should be able to identify them and ensure that we clean as a sanity in there, so that when they go out to campaign for the party, following the flag bearership, they can do the job better.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so saa nsɛm no ɛna ɛyɛ Charles Bissue